Staying in the continent now, President Nicolas Maduro has announced that Venezuela will receive a flight carrying 306 repatriated migrants from Mexico on Thursday. This comes after the crisis over the United States' decision to send Venezuelans to a maximum security prison in El Salvador. The aircraft is expected to land at around 10 a.m. local time. The Donald Trump administration transferred 238 Venezuelans to El Salvador, accusing them of belonging to a criminal gang. It invoked a 1798 law that allows for the expulsion of enemy aliens without trial. Reportedly, Maduro ordered his chief negotiator, Parliament Speaker George Rodriguez, to take every action to guarantee the return of flights from the United States for all migrants who have been detained in that country, to give them respect, dignity and support. Let's take a look at what he said.
He ordenado incrementar todas las acciones diplomáticas para traernos a todos los venezolanos y venezolanas de los Estados Unidos. Mañana a las 10 de la mañana ya coordiné, compañero Diosdado Cabello está haciendo las coordinaciones operativas y llegan 306 migrantes que vienen vía Aeropuerto de México.
Over to Europe now, where leaders are set to gather in Brussels for the European People's Party Summit on Thursday, ahead of the European Council meeting on March the 20th to the 21st. The summit will bring together EU heads of state and government, opposition and party leaders from the EPP, along with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and European Parliament President Roberta Metsola. The meeting, hosted by EPP President Manfred Weber, will focus on preparations for the upcoming European Council. The summit is expected to shape key EU policies and strategies as Europe faces significant political and economic challenges. Ahead of the summit, French far-right leader Marine Le Pen, French National Rally President Jordan Bardella, and Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban held a pre-summit meeting in Brussels. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Je ne peux que me réjouir lorsque des dirigeants pour parler de la paix, surtout quand le président français, lui, ne cesse de parler de la guerre. Voilà. Donc j'espère que ceux qui parlent de la paix arriveront à conclure avant.
Not there yet at this moment. What we have done now, we changed the constitution saying that the basic rights of the kids to have the proper growing up and education is the most important value, which is well ahead of all the other basic rights of the citizens of Hungary. So that's what we have done, which could be a basis to ban anything which is against the interest of the children. So what we are doing is to protect our children. This is the target.
Fighting escalates in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo as Rwanda-backed M23 rebels press deeper into Congolese territory, despite calls for an immediate ceasefire. On Wednesday, rebels entered the outskirts of Walikale after overrunning an army position in a surprise attack, sparking clashes with Congolese forces and pro-government militias. The offensive comes a day after Congolese President Felix Tshisekedi and Rwanda President Paul Kagame held surprise talks in Doha, Qatar, where both leaders expressed support for an immediate ceasefire. Details on the ceasefire terms remain unclear, and peace talks scheduled in Angola did not take place. Mexico is grappling with outrage after the discovery of a mass grave in Jalisco state, where charred bones, shoes and clothing were found at a suspected drug cartel training site. The site, uncovered earlier this month in the town of Chichilatan, has raised serious concerns about cartel violence and government accountability. In response to national outrage, President Claudia Sheinbaum announced measures to strengthen the National Search Commission and pledged to introduce reforms to improve missing persons identification and transparency. Mexico's Attorney General Alejandro Gertz vows to uncover the truth, criticizing flaws in the initial investigation by Jalisco State Prosecutor's Office, including a failure to thoroughly search the site. Let's listen.
6 meses después, los servicios periciales del Estado de Jalisco aún no cuentan con un dictamen definitivo en el que se establezca con precisión la antigüedad y la identidad de los restos encontrados?
The Vatican has announced that Pope Francis's health is